years ago, and it was more of me just evolving as a businessman, a person that really wants change in the world, and progress, most importantly, because you can have change but not progress. And it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's called reassigned. It's not, not, I didn't give nobody anything. It's just reassigning because of the contracts and everything that I want.
What do you say to the people who say they feel like the publishing has no value now, and you've already made all your money off it, so now you want to give it back because it's not really worth anything?
Yeah, I mean that's just not the truth. Whatever your value of your publishing is, that's the value of your publishing, and it's really not. It's really about just me evolving and wanting to do. You know what I'm saying? What I feel is like the right thing that we should all do.
Of the trauma, and I've learned to really appreciate some of the more personal, beautiful moments I've had with him. And he is the first person that gave me a platform to show my talent to the world. And that was at 17. I'm 39 now. Mm-hmm. But this banner that he's painted himself with all weekend long. Not every artist got it. Like Day 26 did not get it. You can have your rights back to your music after Puff went under and somebody else bought our catalog. So this is long after we have 2 double platinum albums, $14, $15 an album from 2 million albums is, what is the math on that, 48 million?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm no mathematician, but maybe.
So $48 million somebody made on me.
Yeah.
I did not make anything. When I said I did Christina Aguilera for free, I didn't do Christina Aguilera for free, but the record label recouped it all. We were in debt at the end of that tour.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So I worked for free for the first 6-7 years of my career, basically, and also MTV was not paying us. And this is another part that I have that I feel some kind of way about. So basically, we only get the amounts due since Sony bought our catalog.
Okay.
So streaming for the past couple years, it's about $800, $900, some in the hundreds, okay? And in order to get that, I have to release him for any claims or wrongdoings or actions prior to the date of the release. I have to sign an NDA that I will never disparage Puff, Bad Boy, Janice Combs, or Justin Combs' music, or EMI, or Sony ever in public.
So that you just got recently for this thing?
I got it a few months ago when he started doing
what's
this.
In the news now?
So what's happening is artists, some of them, not all of them, are being given streaming royalties and ownership back over our publishing on songs that we wrote at a time when you know that you have to stream a song 1,000,000 times to make a cent.
Yeah.
Okay? It's hundreds of dollars. And me as somebody that's a girl's girl, I hit everyone in my group and said, absolutely do not take this deal. I can get us a show on Hulu right now and talking about boy bands and girl bands, because you have to realize there's a handful, 2 handfuls at most of boy and girl bands that had platinum albums, 2 platinum albums. Yeah. And that will never happen again. Music nowadays is run by TikTok, and you can maybe get a song to chart well. Albums aren't being made anymore. There aren't conceptual albums like Christina was.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and it been in the media and in the news super heavy the past week or so that Diddy was going to be returning the publishing to some bad boy artists from back in the day. And then it went kind of viral and hit a lot of blogs and everything that Mark Curry was like, nah, he didn't want his publishing. He wanted the money. His publishing gonna only be worth the $400 or $500 now because we in the streaming era. The songs and his contribution to Bad Boy, the money already been made and gathered. Well, I'm gonna have links in the description on Breakfast Club from this morning where Charlamagne asked Diddy that $1 million question right there. What you got to say to those artists that say there, you giving it to artists now because the money is no longer being made. And also from DanitybKane member Audrey O'Day, where she was on the Only Stand podcast, and she said that her publishing on her side of it was gonna be $800 to $900. And I'm gonna tell you like this right here, I wasn't there when these contracts were signed. I wasn't in the room, and I don't know what the deal was or what they all read and everything. But she is saying now that, hey, they would have to sign a non-disclosure agreement, meaning they can't speak on nothing about Diddy or the music that's coming out, and they wouldn't be able to talk about their story and stuff if they take that. That's why she's saying she declining it, because she could go get money from telling that story to Hulu or a streaming site and everything. Meaning that hers was going to be $900 to take this and be quiet and don't speak on nothing from Bad Boy. That's what she said her lawyer was telling her. It was 5 members of DanitybKane, and she told them about everything from what she say. And she saying she think, allegedly, only 2 of them haven't signed and took that money. And I'm going to tell you like this right here, to each his own, everybody got their own life. I probably wouldn't have took that deal, because she's saying the money already made, and she said the checks is coming directly from Sony and not Diddy. And I'm going to tell you like this, she's speaking about the music business when you watch it in full, and she got it figured out for today's game. They came in the game very young, like most artists do, hungry, looking for an opportunity. You sign your publishing away, and that's pretty much was like the standard deal that they was offering back in the day. To my understanding, I wasn't there, that you gonna get this opportunity this front. But she said her first 7 years, she ain't make no paper. She saying on the tours, us being on MTV, that wasn't generating us no revenue. The labels and stuff was recouping, but they wasn't getting broke off nothing. And she said, hey, I'm only speaking on this really because it's like they getting painted across the blogs in her mind and other people's mind, like, hey, they praising Diddy, they praising these execs and everything, but really they ain't showing us nothing to help us out, because they got rich and made millions of dollars already. Now, maybe if they didn't make no money off of it, they wasn't rich, they didn't get a big time financial gain off of these artists, nobody would have nothing to say. But the artist is like, hold on, y'all done already ran up a major bag off all this music, and now we left with $800-900, and we supposed to sit back and let y'all be praised about this and be shown love, like, oh, we giving them they publishing back, they gonna eat. They saying the publishing is streaming now, the bread already made. And I'm gonna tell you like this, like I say, it's 3 top labels. It's Sony, Warner Brother, Universal, man. Everything else is a filter up into those, unless you going directly to the streaming sites yourself through a distribution streaming label, or a partnership with a distribution label and everything like that. Other than that, it's directly, hey, you're going to have to make you a hit. And this is just streaming, period. You got to make you something current with the times that the people finna go grab. The music industry is shifted to an attention span thing, where you drop something this week, it can be hot, you can run up a bag off of it real quick, then it start to fade out. Sometimes they last longer than others. It just is what it is. So she like, I'd rather hold the right to not sign this non-disclosure and be able to tell my story and go get a bag off of that, as opposed to the $800 or $900 y'all gonna pay me from Sony back in the day, or whatever y'all gonna pay me for whatever the streaming y'all got, this $900, $800. I'd rather go find other ways to hustle off the brand instead of letting y'all own that and keep me quiet. Tell me what y'all would think. That's what she say. That's her side. Y'all heard what Diddy had to say about it. Tell me what y'all think. What y'all will do. And we going to speak on it some more on the live. 1000. Stay on your pivot.